Revise stem my remarks.
Without objection, the gentleman from California is recognized for 1 minute.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Nuclear power, hydropower, biofuels, solar and wind are all positive sources of energy. They take advantage of available resources and bring high-paid technical jobs to rural areas especially. However, forcing people into renewable sources of energy only will not help families immediately heat their homes this winter or next. Right now in California, renewable energy accounts for roughly 1/3 of our power grid, depending whether or not you count hydroelectric power, which large power plants aren't counted for some arbitrary reason in our state. Each summer we face rolling blackouts throughout the state. Each winter, mountain towns face power shortages due to snowstorms knocking down power lines. At this moment, natural gas and oil remain by far the most efficient and most affordable sources of energy, a fact the Biden administration must accept. Renewable energy won't do the whole job. Yet what are they doing? They're attacking oil and gas, which is based on some idea of CO2. I remind you that CO2 is only 0.04% of our atmosphere. It's dwarfed by all the others. Even trace gases are about equal. Yet we're being hell-bent on getting rid of CO2 and making people not be able to use the energy they need to do their jobs, heat their homes, etc., etc. I yield back.
Greetings, my friends. I have a new stimulus update. Inflation is expected to have declined in December, but there are several new relief programs that have been created by lawmakers to continue to help low-income households in the United States. So if you meet the eligibility requirements, you may receive an extra $100 per month. Friends, please do me a big favor and watch until the end of this video. Also, friends, to say thank you for being part of this community and watching all the new videos I post, I will be giving away 2 Walmart gift cards every week. If you would like to enter the weekly giveaways, all you have to do, friends, is make sure that you are subscribed to my channel, click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, the more likely your chances of winning these weekly giveaways. Friends, there is no doubt that things are better now than they were at the height of this crisis, but there are still millions of Americans that are still struggling due to the crisis. Inflation is at a record high, and that means it is very tough to make ends meet for millions of Americans. Then add President Biden's tweet at the end of 2022, in which he talked about signing historic legislation to lower costs for working families and seniors and creating good-paying jobs, and that he looks forward to progress in 2023. Many lawmakers are now debating on future relief for millions of Americans. It has been more than 2 years, after all, since the last round of federal checks that went out in 2021. The first round went out in 2020, and for most Americans, the combined payments meant more than $3,000 in their bank accounts. As of right now, there are few chances for Americans to claim a little extra stimulus money. Illinois residents can earn as much as 2 separate payments from the state this year. The first payment is an income tax rebate worth $50 per single filer, or $100 for joint filers. To qualify, you must be an Illinois resident with an adjusted gross income in 2021 of less than $200,000, or $400,000 for joint filers. The second payout is a property tax rebate that is worth up to $300. This one only applies to registered property owners. To qualify, you must be an Illinois resident who paid property taxes in 2021 on a primary residence that you had owned in 2020. New Jersey homeowners also have little less than 3 weeks to apply for a program that will provide them up to $1,500 within the first half of the year. The Affordable New Jersey Communities for Homeowners and Renters program is still accepting applications from New Jersey homeowners and renters through January 31st, 2023. This program will give homeowners checks worth either $1,000 or $1,500. State homeowners and renters who apply for this program will have their payments issued to them no later than May of this year. Payments will also not be given to recipients in the order that the applications were received. Now, friends, the pace of consumer inflation is expected to have fallen slightly in December from the prior month because of a sharp drop in gasoline and energy prices. but the annual rate is still likely to remain uncomfortably high. According to Dow Jones, economists now expect a decline of 0.1% in the Consumer Price Index on a monthly basis. But inflation is still expected to climb at a 6.5% rate from the prior year. That compares to a gain of 0.1% in November and a 7.1% pace year over year. Core CPI, which excludes energy and food, is expected to be up 0.3% in December, gaining 5.7% on a year-over-year basis. The inflation number has become a major event for financial markets, and now some traders are betting the next inflation report will show inflation slowing even more than economists had forecasted. They also point to a weaker than expected wage growth in December's jobs report, as well as other data that reflects lower inflation expectations. Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell emphasized this week the need for the central bank to be free of political influence, while it tackles persistently high inflation. In a recent speech, Powell noted that stabilizing prices requires making tough decisions that can be unpopular politically. Economists are watching closely to see how much inflation related to services rises in CPI, since goods inflation is expected to continue to come down now that supply chains are operating more normally. The market is laser focused on inflation, since the Fed's progress in fighting it could determine how far the central bank will go on its rate hiking path. The rate increases are slowing the economy, and how much more it chooses to do so could be the difference between a soft landing or a recession. Well, my amazing and dearest friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for this Wednesday. Thank you so much, dear friends, for being part of this community. I will be announcing 2 winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway this coming Friday. Please enter the giveaway by clicking and liking several of my videos, and do comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. Thank you, friends, and have a wonderful and very blessed week.